Hi friends, welcome to the video lectures on technical C. Coming to the question number 131. So here I have taken an array of num where it takes 5 values 1, 4, 8, 12, 16. So num of 0 equals to 1, num of 1, that is index starts from 0. Like this it will be stored. Now I have taken two pointers. One is pointer A comma pointer B, another one into I, where a equals to num. What is the meaning? I told you, like, if num of is an array, if I print num, what it takes means it is num ampersand num of 0, the value. So the address, let us suppose it takes the address of this index, so ampersand num of 0. Let us suppose this address is 2000, so the a value will be 2000. Anyway, if it is the base address is 2000, this will be 2004, the next address 2008, next address 2012, next address 2016. Like this it will be stored. So that is for each data type it requires 4 bytes. That's why it takes 2001 to 2003, 2004 to 2008, 7, 2008 to 11, 12 to 15, next 16 to 19, like this. Now a is equals to ampersand num of 0, which is the address is 2000. And if I print what is pointer A, that means what is the value inside of this address means 1. So if I print pointer A, the value will be 1. Now B equals to num plus 2. Num plus, what is num means address 2000 plus 2 means it is not 2002, it is plus 2 indices you need to consider, that is address is 2008. So that's what it will take. And if you see this one, so the value, that is address, will be the B value is in our example, that is 2008. It will take the address. So in that address, if I ask you what is pointer B means, the value inside of this is 8. Now coming to this one, pointer A plus 1. What is pointer A? The value, that is 1. 1 plus 1, which is equals to 2. So it will take the value of I is equals to 2. So printf I value is 2. A value, pointer A value is 1 and pointer B value is 8. Like this it will take. The answer is 218. Option C is correct. But if I write like this, what happens if I write pointer of A plus 1? Then you can take A plus 1 means address of A of 1 will be taken. What is the address of A of 1? Which is the address of num of 1, which is equals to, it takes this value. A plus 1 means the address. What is the address it will take? Num of 1 address it will take. That is ampersand of num of 1 will be taken. What is that? 4. And address of this, that is 2004. What is the value inside? That is inside of 2004 is 4. So I value will be 4 in that case when if I take braces. So this is what you need to remember. If I don't give braces, it takes a value then adds 1 to the value. But if I give braces, it goes to the next address and what is the value inside of it. So like this it will consider. We have to know this difference. So what about this one? Coming to question number 132. So I have taken int array of, total I have taken 8 elements here, and has defined, it's a macro which is a preprocessor directive. I have taken size means what? It is size of array by size of integer. What is the size of array? That means totally 8 elements and each element takes 4 bytes, that is totally 32. By size of integer is 4 bytes, so 32 by 4, which is 8. The size value is 8. Now printf percentage size, anyway it prints, that is 8. Now minus 1 is less than or equals to 8. Of course we feel that, of course minus 1 is less than or 8 equals to true, it prints 1. But in this case, if you see the size means which uses size of operator, no? So here in this preprocessor directive, even if you take size, that is equals to 8 you have taken, and now it will consider, it's not like minus 1 is less than or equals to 8. Here it executes in different manner. That is, the size, if you take size of any variable or array or whatever it may be, size is always a positive number. Is it right? Never the size value will be negative. Is it right? So that's why it takes the value of size is a unsigned integer value. It takes it as unsigned integer value. Now it is an unsigned integer. You are checking with this is -1 means which takes signed integer. So that's why this if condition, how it will execute is this -1, it converts also it into unsigned integer. So what is the value if I convert -1 into unsigned integer is, which is equals to 2 power 31 minus 1. How it is like this. So if it is integer, the values are like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this up to 2 power 31 minus 1. If it is negative side, the values are -1, -2, -3, like this up to 2 power -2 power 31. So like this, after when you decrement like this, it will go up, reaches to -2 power 31. Still if you decrement, the value will be plus 2 power 31 minus 1. Like this the compiler takes. And for unsigned integer, how it will consider? So it takes only positive, no, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, and it takes the values up to 2 power 32 minus 1. Like this it will consider. Anyway, here also it is 2 power 32 minus 1. So now if I decrement, that means -1 means what is the value of -1? Actually after 0 you are getting -1. So in unsigned integer, what you are getting after 0? 2 power 32 minus 1. That's why in -1 in integer, what is the value in unsigned integer is 2 power 32 minus 1. What about -2? 2 power 32 minus 2. What about -3? 2 power 32 minus 3. Like this it will consider the values. So that's why -1, what is the value? 2 power 32 minus 1, which is a very large value. So is it less than the size 8? Definitely not. That's why else will be executed. It will print 2, like this. So the answer is 8 and 2. Option C is correct. So this is a different situation when you compare with the size. So when you use an operator, that is Sizeof. So Sizeof, that means it is always a positive value. Size means always a positive value. That's why it takes it as unsigned integer. And even if you write negative value here, so it converts this negative value into positive value. So if I convert, it will be taken like this, and it will check that condition. Anyway, here in this case the condition is false. That's why it takes a else part. Coming to question number 133. So this is a question with respect to the switch case. I have taken I equals to 4, switch of 4, I value is 4. See, I have written, of course in general we'll write this default at the end of the switch, but I have written here in the initial. So we'll see how it will execute. So here the execution manner will be like this: switch of 4. So first it will check it out, is there any case 4? No. So that's why it goes to the default. So anyway, default where it is in the starting, so it goes to the default. So in the default it will go, and you may think that after going to case 3, case 8, how it will come to the default, even it is not a loop. So the execution will be like this. It follows the syntax rules. In that syntax rules itself, it will check like what is I value. So if it is 4, it will check. If not, it goes to the first execution of default. So after default there is no break. So if there is no break after a statement execution in switch, what will happen? The remaining statements until the break will be executed. So similar things happens here, like I equals to 4, switch of 4. So there is no case 4, that's why default will be taken first. So after default, anyway nothing is given in default, and after that there is no break. That's why case 3 also will be executed. That means next line is there. So I plus equals 5 means I value will become what here? 4 plus 5, 9. After that the next statement, again there is no break. If 9 is equals to 8, false. So if condition will not be executed. Anyway, if condition closes here. Now I equals to 9, I minus equals to 4. So 9 minus 4, what is the value? 5. So I value will become 5. Break is there. So then comes out of the block, that is switch is closing here, and prints I value. What is I value you are printing? 5. So answer A is correct. So this is what happens when you try with default writing in the starting. Anyway, if you write break here, these next lines will not be executed. Remember that point. I have not written here break inside the default. That's why we are executing the remaining statements. Anyway, here it is break is executed. That's why case 8 is not executed. If there is no break here also, case 8 also will be executed. So option A is correct. Now what about this one? Again the same thing, but I have given I value as 3. Now switch off 3. That means it has to check whether case 3 is there. Yes, case 3 is there. Directly it goes to case 3 and I plus equals to 5. What is the I value now? 3 will become now 8. That is 3 plus 5 equals to 8. So there is no break. Immediately if condition 8 is equals to 8. Yes, true. So I plus plus. Now I value will become 9. Now if 9 is equals to 9. Yes, true. Break. So comes out of the switch. Now what is the last I value? 9. So which option is correct? Option C is correct. So like this it will be executed. Again it won't go for default. Remember this point. Now what about this one? Question number 135. I have taken I equals to 8. Is there any case with case 8? First it will check. Yes, there is a case with 8. So I plus equals to 5. So I value is 8. 8 plus 5, that is 13. So of course there is no break statement, but closing here. Switch is closing here. So comes to the next line. It won't go to the switch again in this case because there is no loop here. So even there is no break here, there is no next statement. Let us suppose if there is a case something like 10 or whatever it may be, some statement is there, the statement definitely will be executed. Why? Because here you don't have break. So anyway there are no statements here, that's why comes out. Then printf I value. What is I value? 13 will be printed. So we need to check these differences I explained in these 3 questions, especially when you write default in the starting position. So option A is correct. So we'll see some more questions in the next video lecture. Thank you.